Hi, this lesson we will look at Statistic 2, chapter Linear Combinations of Random Variables, working with normal distributions. Okay, if a continuous random variable x has a normal distribution, then ax plus b, where a and b are constants, also has a normal distribution. Okay, so what does it mean by ax plus b? It can be 2x plus 3, or it can be 5 minus 4x. All right, so that means this is going to be a normal distribution. This 2x plus 3 is also going to be a normal distribution. Second point, if continuous random variables x and y, right, they are two independent normal distributions, then ax plus by, where a and b are constants, has a normal distribution. So ax plus by is going to be 2x plus 3y is a normal distribution if x is a normal distribution and y is a normal distribution. Okay, now have a look of this example. The distributions of the independent random variables x and y are, so we can see x follows a normal distribution with mean 24 and variance is a 4, right? That's why standard deviation 2. And the y is the same, a normal distribution. Now, what we need to do is to write down the distributions of 2x minus y. So based on the point 2 explained, if x is a normal distribution and y is also a normal distribution, hence 2x minus y is a normal distribution. Okay, so what we need to do for part A, write down the distributions of 2x minus y. So if this is a 2x minus y is a normal distribution, what we need to do is to find out the mean and variance of 2x minus y. All right, in my previous lessons, I have discussed how do we find out the mean and variance for this. So which is going to be written like 2ex minus e of y. Okay, and e of x is the mean of x, which is 24. E of y given as 25. So do the calculations, we found 23. Now we try to find variance of 2x minus y. Same thing. In my previous lesson, I've discussed the formula to find out the variance. Hence, it's going to be 2 squared, variance of x, plus with the negative 1 square, variance of y. Okay, 2 squared. Variance of x is this number, 2 squared. Negative 1 square, and variance of y is 3 squared. Okay, so calculate and we find out the value is going to be 25. Hence, the distributions of 2x minus y, as I said, is going to be a normal distribution with the mean 23 and the variance is 5 squared, right? Since the value is 25. Okay, now we got to use this to find out part B. So part B is asking you to find the probability of 2x minus y. And what is the probability of this? Less than 28. Okay, and since we have already found that 2x minus y is a normal distribution, to find out its probability, we do what? Standardization. So we are going to take this 28 minus the mean and divided by standard deviation, which is 5. Okay, so find out this value. Less than 1. So normal distribution, we always refer bell-shaped curve. Standardized one, 0 in the middle, and when the value is 1 here, we need to refer to the normal distribution table to get this probability here. All right, so now this is an extraction of a normal distribution table. Since I want to get the z-score is 1, right? So it means 1.0 and 0. So the corresponding probability 0.8413. Okay, so that is the answer for part B, the probability found. All right, so now we move on to the next questions here. So this is one of the partial questions from October-November 2017, variant 7.1 and question 6. So numbers of barrels of oil in millions extracted per day in 2 oil fields, A and B, are modeled by the independent random variables x and y respectively. So where x is this, it follows normal distributions, and the y also follow normal distributions. So the income generated by the oil from the 2 fields is 90 per barrel for A and 95 per barrel for B. So part 1. We need to find out the mean and variance of the daily income in millions of dollars generated by field A. So let's say I defined capital I as the income generated in millions of dollars generated by field A. Okay, so based on the information given, $90 per barrel for A. So that means it's going to be 90 multiplied with X. Why? Because X is the number of barrels, right? Number of barrels of oil in millions extracted per day in field A. Okay, so this is a number of barrels, X. So if 1 barrel, the income generated is 90 multiplied by 90, all right? So what do we need is to find E of I, the income generated from field A. So according to this, we just use the simple formula to find the mean. 90 just written aside. All right. So do we have the mean of X? Yes, the value 3.2. Okay, then we can press calculator and find out this value. 288. Okay, then second, we try to find variance of the income generated from field A. Then the 90 needs to be squared and variance of X. And the variance of X is this value. Okay, so 1296. So we have answered the part 1, which is the daily income in millions of dollars generated by field A. So these are the answers requested. Just a little bit more. We do know that I is also follow normal distributions, right? Because X is a normal distribution. So based on the explanation in point 1. Okay, then Hence, I follows normal distributions with the mean 288 and the variance 1296. All right. So although the question does not ask for this, just discuss a little bit further. Right. Important, you just have to find out the mean and the variance using the formula. Okay. The detail how to find out the mean and variance, I discussed it in the previous lesson. Right. If you are interested, you can look for the previous lessons, which is the expectations and variance of AX plus B. Okay, now we are looking at part 2. Find the probability that the total income produced by the two fields in a day is at least $670 million. So what do we want? Let's say I let T to stand for the total income, right, generated by these two fields. So that means from field A, the X is the number of barrels in millions, and then the 90 is the profit or the income generated. So that is from field A. And now we are looking for the total income. Then we plus together with $95 per barrel for B. So we have 95 times Y, right? Y is the number of barrels from field B. Okay, so that is the total income we get, which is 90x plus 95y. So what do we know? What do we need to do? In order to find probability, we need to know that T is going to follow normal distributions. Again, because X is normal, Y is normal distributions. If T is equals to AX plus BY, then T is also going to be normal distributions. So if this is a normal distribution, what do we need? We need to find out the mean. Okay, so let's say I quickly find out the mean, and it's going to be 90. Mean of X is 3.2 plus 95. The mean of Y, let's say I refer back to the questions. From the normal distribution of Y is 4.3. 4.3. Okay, so just calculate this value. $696.5 for the mean. So we do the same for the variance of the total income. It's going to be 90 squared multiplied with the variance of X, 0.4 squared. Okay, 0.4 squared plus 95 squared times the variance of the Y distribution, 0.6 squared. Okay, so same thing, find out this value. All right, hence we have found the normal distribution for the total income generated in these two fields, and the income generated on average, the mean is 696.5 millions of dollars per day, and the variance is 4545. Okay, so question is saying that what is the probability the total income generated in a day? At least 670 million. So now we're trying to find Okay, need some space here. So find probability that the total income at least greater than and equals to 670 million. All right. Yeah. Okay, so what do? Same thing, we standardize it and taking the total income, which is a normal distribution, minus the mean divided by standard deviations. Okay. So calculate. And we should get a negative 0.393. So refer to the bell-shaped curve, the standardized one where 0 in the middle. Negative 0.3 should lie on the left, negative 0.393. And we need it to be greater than and equals to at least, right? So we are going to find this area. Okay, so since the z-score, the table, we are not able to read this, then we are going to take the positive value of 0.393, which means refer to the table. We are going to look at the positive 0.393 and get the area towards here. So 0.3 z-score and 9 is here. So this is the probability, and then add 3. So this is the value we want to get at the end, which is 0.6928. That is the probability we want. Hence, we have found the probability for these questions is 0.6928 for the income to be at least 670 million in a day. All right. So that's all for this lesson. If you like these lessons, do like it and share the lessons. And please subscribe to the channel. And that's all for today. See you then. Bye-bye.
That's all for today's video. If you're interested in more genuine sharing by other geniuses, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, ding dong. Also, if you're struggling with 1 or 2 past year questions and the mark scheme just doesn't seem to help, Genie has got you covered. Feel free to let us know what question it is by filling in the Google form linked in the description below. GenieUs Hub will get genius teachers to fulfill your request for the solution. Genie will see you next time. Bye-bye.